Metal ions in biological system. We'll see what is the role of metal ions in biological system. Different metal ions will be having different roles. The first thing we can say that these metal ions act as cofactors in enzymes. Okay, so the first point is that metal ions act as the cofactors in enzymes. So we'll see what it is. Okay, we know that a hollow enzyme, or you can say that an enzyme, or you can say that a conjugated enzyme. Okay, a conjugated enzyme, a protein enzyme, we can say that usually all enzymes are found to be protein only. So conjugated protein enzyme, which is also known as the hollow enzyme. Okay, conjugated protein enzyme, it is also known as the hollow enzyme, is found to be made up of an apo enzyme. Apo enzyme. Okay, so what is apo enzyme? Enzyme is the protein part of it. Okay, so protein uh, part, or the protein part, or the portion, we can say. So a conjugated protein enzyme is made up of a from the name itself it is either protein enzyme, meaning a protein part is there. So plus we can say it is made up of a cofactor, because it is a conjugated cofactor. Okay, so we can say that a conjugate, we have simple proteins are of different kinds. We have simple proteins means it will be having only the protein part in it, but we are talking about the conjugated protein enzymes. So the conjugated protein enzyme means it is another name of it is the hollow enzyme, and it will be having a conjugated means it will be having a non-protein part. Okay, it will be having a non-protein part, and this non-protein part is known as the cofactor. Okay, so we have a cofactor and a protein part. Protein part is known as the apo enzyme, and this cofactor, that is the non-protein part, could be some metal ions. So metal ions connected to a protein part is known as the hollow enzyme. Okay, we have the metal ions. These metal ions are usually the cofactors, and this metal ions plus a protein part plus protein is actually equal to a hollow enzyme, or the conjugated protein enzyme. That is what we are saying. So this metal ion is actually the cofactors. Now the metal ions usually which act as the cofactors or usually present metal ions are magnesium ions. Okay, Mg2 plus, we have magnesium ions. Then we have the calcium ions. Then we have zinc ions, and then manganese, and many more. Okay, so we have Mg2 plus, uh, then we have the calcium 2 plus, zinc 2 plus, manganese 2 plus, etc. So these are actually the ions or the cofactors. That is, this is what the function of these. Okay. So these are the cofactors. Now there are certain cases where we can say an enzyme will be tightly, okay, an enzyme will be tightly uh, bonded, okay, enzyme with the tightly bonded to a metal ion. Okay, so in certain cases we can say that enzymes are tightly bonded to the metal ion. In that case it is known as the metallo enzymes. Okay, so there is enzymes. Sometimes the metal ions will be tightly bonded to the enzymes. In such cases, such enzymes are known as the metalloenzymes. Okay, now examples for metalloenzyme, we have alcohol dehydrogenase, and in which you have two tightly bonded zinc ions. Okay, you have two tightly bonded zinc ions in it, and there are more examples of it. Now we can say that when enzymes are loosely bonded to metal ions, okay, when enzymes are loosely bonded to metal ions, then such metal ions are known as the metal activated enzymes. Okay, such enzymes are known as the metal activated enzymes. Okay, so we have two type of enzymes, metalloenzymes and the metal activated enzymes. Metalloenzymes are those in which the metal ions are tightly bonded to the enzyme, and metal activated enzymes are those in which the metal ions are loosely bonded to the enzyme. And we have example for this is phosphofructokinase. Example for this is phosphofructokinase. Okay, phosphofructokinase. Next, we can say in most of the cases, cofactors are said to be inorganic in nature, they are metal ions. Okay, and there are certain exceptions in which the cofactors are found to be organic in nature. Okay, so cofactor, in certain cases only we can see cofactors are said to be organic in nature, and such cofactors, okay, in that cases it is called the coenzyme. Okay, in that cases these cofactors are rather known as the coenzyme. Okay, so we have vitamin B12, which contains cobalt, often act as a metallocoenzyme. Okay, the use of vitamin B12, we can say, okay, vitamin B12, we can say it is having a coenzyme, and which has got cobalt in it, which act as a this vitamin B12 has coenzyme enzyme, and it is also having cobalt, which act as the metallocoenzyme. Okay, metallocoenzyme. So the only one thing that we have talked about, that is what is the role of these metal ions. The first role is that it acts as the cofactors in enzymes. Okay, it is acting as the cofactors in enzymes.